Hey everyone, I'm Charlie Murphy, aka FPS Chasley, here with Modern Naval Warfare. Today I'm going to show you how to surface the boat two ways. The standard low pressure way and then the emergency way. But first we're going to start with the standard low pressure way. Let's come on over to the pilot station. You can also press F2. And we are going to order a depth of 0.52 feet, which is periscope depth here. And then we'll let the boat come on up there and proceed from there. All right, we're up here at periscope depth, so what we're going to do is actually surface ops, and what this will do is this freezes the planes in the 0 degree position for stability on the surface. Don't want to accidentally slam the planes down. And then on the masts tab, we're going to go ahead and raise the snorkel and the periscope. Excuse me, the photonics mast. What am I talking about? This is the Virginia. And we'll head on over to the photonics station. Rose up that #1 photonics mast there. Make sure that bad boy's sticking out of the water here. And we're gonna check to make sure that snorkel came up. Yep, there she blows. There's the snorkel. All right, now we're gonna head on back to the pilot's station. And now that the snorkel is out there, we can turn on the low pressure blowers. And then this will be what actually gets us to the surface here, is getting the air out of the, getting the water out of the ballast tanks by pumping air into them. And this will take a while, almost 15 minutes. All right, and as you can see, the boat is starting to surface here as the tanks are drained out. I'm not going to sit here and show the whole process, but let's move on now to the emergency surfacing. All right, so now for emergency surfacing. This you will reserve for only true emergencies, such as getting hit by a weapon or flooding, maybe a reactor scram, or someone needs to, some kind of ventilation casualty. This is not something to be done lightly, because once you start this process, you cannot reverse it. You are going to surface, and you're going to surface quickly. Having said that, let's go through the procedures. So we're going to come on over here towards the pilot station area. We want this little thing here called manual control. This will show you the chicken switches. So we're going to flip both these up. High pressure air is being forced into the ballast tanks, emptying them. And then we're going to order a depth of 0.00. Okay, so the reason I have you order a depth of 0 here in addition to flipping the chicken switches is because if you don't, the boat will try and keep you at the depth you're currently at, and it will fight the chicken switches. So throwing the chicken switches themselves will not fully initiate the emergency surfacing procedure. So another thing you can also do is press the surface ops button here, and that will lock the planes, and it will keep the boat from trying to maintain its depth. Or you can just order the set depth of 0 like I did. Alternatively, you can also use the AI pilot, and there's an option in there for emergency surfacing the boat. And now if we go to third person view, you can see that we are catapulting towards the surface. You can see the surface approaching there. We are zooming up here, and yes, this is where this gets dangerous. You could very easily crash into something, but that is the risk you take when doing an emergency blow, and it needs to be such a situation as to justify that risk. But if you're thinking of pulling a Dallas from the Hunt for Red October, you better make sure there aren't any more weapons or enemies in the area before you pull such a stunt. Anyway, that will do it for showing you guys how to surface the boat. Not too hard. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.